What is going on, everybody? RogersBase here, and welcome to my live reaction and review for One Piece Manga Chapter 1074. And as you'll notice, I did not bring coffee this morning. I brought tea instead. I made some throat coat tea instead of having coffee. We were streaming Fire Emblem late into the night yesterday. I was streaming that on twitch.tv/RogersBase. And of course, it was a Nintendo Direct week as well, so I've been uploading tons of videos regarding the Nintendo Direct, lots of reactions, lots of other stuff. But we are here today, of course, to react to the new chapter of One Piece. I'm very excited. I know literally one thing about this chapter going into it, and it hasn't done anything to hamper my hype of the chapter, has only elevated it. So I cannot wait to see this character again, and I cannot wait to see what else is going on with this chapter. So, without any further ado, One Piece Manga Chapter 1074. This one is called MK3, Germal Double Sixes, An Emotionless Excursion, Volume 30, Better Rivals in the Perpetual War to be number 2. You've got Queen, Judge, and Caesar, all young, all punching each other. They all want to be Vegapunk's right-hand man. Very, very cute. Is there anything worth noting in this cover page before I move on real quick? You got Judge's outfit there with the Germal Double Six belt. It looks like he's stabbing right into Caesar, but obviously Caesar's gas, so that doesn't really affect him all that much. Also, further proof, Judge doesn't. Judge isn't really anyone to worry about if he can't just immediately kill Caesar Clown with, you know, a spear. I don't even see hockey on that, so he's just got black gloves on. And then Queen is in the background. Looks like he's putting on a little bit of weight there, so he's maybe starting to be the Queen that we all know and love, but you can see his neck is looking a lot thicker. All right, let's get into this. 1074. Fabrio phase, Egghead Island. Aren't you supposed to be the Navy? Government weapons shouldn't be interfering with our work. You're taking out your own. And then you've got, okay, a Kuma Pacifista, it looks like, creating something, slamming some type of bubble on top of him. Okay, looks like he's blocking the attack with it. That's very good. What kind of powers are these? It's a bubble shield. This is Vegapunk's invention, the ultimate protection. You've got Pacifista Kuma. Weird that there's a Pacifista getting an Oda box. It's like, okay. Naval Science Team, Battle Weapon Pacifista, PX3. Cease resistance and proceed to Factory Building B. And he's holding down one hand and he's got this like bubble shield attached to his other fist. That's the far superior redesign of the prototypes deployed at the Paramount War. This is the Pacifista MK3. Lay down your arms, men, or we're all dead. I do really like this look, though. Like the black coat for the Pacifista and the two little collars that go up. It reminds me a little bit of like Impel Down, doesn't it? All right, let's see this. Boom. Who's giving it orders? I mean, the Pacifistas can't act on their own. That one guy's already knocked out. I'm taking you in. Fabrio face. No, don't move. It's going to make your injuries worse. Oh, we got sent tomorrow again. Okay. Hell of a vacation day. How are the Pacifista doing? It sounds like something is going on up there. But the Frontier Dome is closed, and I can't get in contact with Punk. All right, so we got sent tomorrow there. Bandages on his hands. Actually does not look as bad as I was expecting, considering all the stuff with Lucci. I thought he was going to look much worse. He's got a bandage on his head, bandage on his hand, but that's about it. He's got a little boombox next to him, too. What is that? Is that like a... Oh, no, that's just another one of, like, the punk workers. Okay. Don't you worry. We're going to take him off this island. So Gear 5 Luffy, reassuring sent tomorrow. Everything is going to be okay when it comes to Vegapunk. Totally fine. And sent tomorrow, breathing really hard, and then you see the little of the Den Den Mushi. All right. It's still getting shot. All right. What worries me now is that the Navy keeps looping its communications to prevent us from getting updates. I'm wondering if maybe that's Kizaru's doing. If maybe Kizaru is the one manipulating these contacts between the Den Den Mushis. I guess I'm a rebel now, too. Well, then I might as well act like one. So this is where he's going to be activating the Pacifistas. Pacifistas MK3 deploy. All 50 of you. Okay, so 50 of the highest grade, most powerful Den Den Mushis. What am I talking about? Pacifistas. 50 of the most powerful Den Den Mushis probably wouldn't do anything, but that's okay. All right, 50 of the most powerful Pacifistas. They're on their way. I think it's so funny. They're in these like washing machine chamber things. I also feel like this will be a really fun moment in the anime too. I could see them playing like sort of like a mech theme in the background when they're activating all the pacifistas. Very, very cute. Okay. Straw Hat Luffy is going to take Dr. Vegapunk away on his ship. Your duty is to see them off to safety. Understood? The Navy's acting fishy, so keep an eye on the horizon. They're going, whoa! Hey, wait, let us out, let us out! It's clear that something is about to happen on this island, so make sure your creator gets off this island alive. So now, not only do we have Stussy backing us up, not only do we have all the Straw Hats together, we've got 50 of the highest grade pacifistas backing us up now too. I'm cool with that. This is good. Labo phase, Egghead Island. Okay, so we're jumping from the Frabio phase to the Labo phase. Okay, what do you mean she's gone? I mean, she has to be somewhere in the lab. Nope, I ran all over the dang place. Well, Luffy's hoverboats excuse me, why am I not talking correctly this morning? Luffy's hover boots broke, so he was running the whole time. Don't rat me out. I don't have the allowance to pay for it. Well, where'd that old Apple man go anyway? And Bonnie, too. Bonnie? Bonnie's around. Yeah, Bonnie's looking at the memories of her father. I'm ready for this. You could see the entire lab on the monitor here. She's been here the whole time. And Luffy's like, you maybe could have mentioned that before I ran around the entire lab trying to look for her. All right, here we go. This place really is quite remarkable. It's like the future. Oh, I looked down at Stussy. I saw Brooke first and oh my gosh, Zoro too. Wait. Oh! This place is quite remarkable. It's like the future. Aren't we supposed to be setting sail? I want to see the Stella. What's happened to him? Both. I love all three of their designs, actually. I love Brooke with the giant helmet over his afro. I love Zoro's drip. The black jacket, the black shirt going into the black pants with like the number on the side. And then you got the hover boots there with the 3 swords strapped to the back. I love that. And I love the Stussy outfit is super cute too. The Stussy outfit looks more in line with like Nami's outfit that we saw earlier where she's basically just wearing panties and then like a skin tight shirt. But with Stussy, that's great. Less fabric means less room for her wings to hit something if she needs to turn into a succubus at any given point. Great. Great. I like this. Also wild to see Stussy standing next to Zoro and Brooke like this. Like she's a member of the squad. Like she really thinks she's on the team. Okay. We're suffering 2 anomalies at the moment, so brace yourself for this. One is the disappearance of the Stella. The other is loss of control over the Frontier Dome. Like, what do you mean by that? York is clearly back to her normal form, waking up, yawning, because she just ate a bunch of stuff, took a nap, and now she's good to go and eat again. Oh, her head's better now? Well, wait a minute. We have replacement parts. I just think it's funny, yeah, that they're just... Oh, she's cool. Yeah, Atlas, don't worry about it. She was fixed off screen. You don't need to worry about that. We're in the final saga of One Piece right now, all right? That's something you didn't need to see. She's fine. Obviously, she's fine. It's One Piece. No one ever dies. Good. You're good. Great. So Atlas is here. She's been fixed. We're fine. I also love this spread of the entire squad where you see Edison, Atlas, York, all the Straw Hats, and you've got Lucci and Kaku, and their bodies just sort of like slumped over to the side and Nami kicking them. That's perfect. Really great shot of all the characters. Okay. I mean that we are no longer able to leave the Labo phase. You can assume that if we try to get out, we're going to end up being fried by lasers. And you got Chopper and Usopp really freaking out going, what? We're supposed to be taking Vegapunk off the island, right? And Shaka says that's true, but the man himself is currently missing. So what you can do is help find the Stella. Now, in the meantime, I'll figure out a way to repair the dome. But what's the point of looking for Vegapunk if even all your all-seeing monitors don't show him? That's a very good question from Frankie. Okay. Normally, they would have a view of everything in the lab. However, after the damage the Seraphim caused earlier, the cam snails have either left their stations or lost consciousness. All right, which explains, obviously, the weird communications issues. Therefore, I have the other satellites and workers inspecting the lab. Also, great little shot right there as Nami and Robin are listening of Sanji in the background simping over Stussy. It's really funny. Shaka, This is Pythagoras. There's no one on the 3rd floor of building C. I see. Then next you should check. Come on, let's join the hunt. If we want to set sail, we got to find him. And any treasure. All right, so Nami's on her way. Brooke says, I'm going to accompany you. Jinbei's looking at her like, where are you going? But maybe he's going to accompany her. I'm not really sure. And Stussy says, I'm going to search as well. I'm concerned. Meanwhile, Sanji, of course, is like, let me tag along, Madam Stussy, please. Use your succubussy powers on me. Please, Madam Stussy. So, okay, I think that'd be a cool squad. I think that'd be a cool squad. I don't know if they're going to go their own separate ways when they're searching, but I think Nami, Stussy, Brooke, Jinbei, and Sanji would be a cool group. But I'm assuming they're all going to go separately. They have to search all the different grounds. So I think that's going to be one group, Brooke and Nami, another group, Sanji, Stussy. And then you got Zoro over here too saying, guess I'm going to search. We're looking for some old guy with his head chopped in two, right? He goes, huh? Hold up, Mosshead. You? Searching for someone else? Who's going to go looking for you? Sanji brings up a good point, obviously. Zoro getting lost constantly. Unless this could be his redemption. This could be his redemption arc. Maybe Zoro finally gets a sense of direction. But I doubt it. Even Chopper's like, bro, you have to stay here, Zoro. All right? Even Robin says, stay here. Be a good boy, won't you? But this is also cool because now we've got Luffy and Zoro chilling together in the lab. So just in case something tries to happen to Shaka, the two of them can watch over Lucci and Kaku just in case they wake up. Very nice. I like seeing the two of them. I almost feel like this panel is setting up maybe the potential for the two of them to wake up and maybe have a change of heart or something, or they refight them. I don't know, but I like that. The paneling right there is really, really good, where you got Zoro and Luffy sitting on the couch over Kaku and Lucci. Okay. I don't even know what they're talking about, but I guess they can handle a little manhunt on their own. And besides, how long were you running around at max effort? And Luffy's still wheezing. I'm always at max effort. I can't believe that we actually ran into these guys again. I haven't thought about Water 7 in ages. I hope Ice Guy is doing well. Iceberg! Well, now they have to show us Iceberg. If he brings them up, we gotta see him. Oh, man. That's cool. Seeing them there, though. Okay. The Paw Room Lab. All right, perfect. So this is going to be Bonnie. Don't touch it, Bonnie. Shut up. Get out of here. And she already turned Vegapunk into a baby. And meanwhile, you get that really cool shading. Looks like we're going into a flashback with her entering this memory. Also, it's like a gray flashback paneling, though. It's not quite a full, like, outline. Normally, there's like the full black outline if you're doing a flashback, but you've got the gray to sort of symbolize she's there in present time while also experiencing these memories. Very nice touch, Oda. What's the matter? Hey, kid. Okay, and you've got this kid crying. Huh? Dad? Oh, this is Child Kuma? I thought that was going to be maybe Sentomaru or something like in his flashback. This is Kuma. Dad. Come on, I found him. He's saying, help me, I can't take it. You get back there right now. If you escape, they're going to kill every last one of us. And he's going, I don't want to go back. Don't send me back to that horrible place. Crying isn't going to solve anything, you enormous brat. She's like, what is this? Why can't I get a closer look? So she's trying to run towards it, but it's always going to be far away. Go back there. Huh? Kill me here instead. I mean, why bother going back? Poor baby Kuma, man. You could see some of his teeth are missing. He's sobbing. He's dirty. I'm just going to die anyway. And it's obviously pulling at Bonnie's heartstrings. She's crying, huh? Bam! Slamming onto Kuma. She's going, stop it, stop it. Ouch, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please, it hurts. Help me. Help me. And you could see celestial dragons, because you could clearly see the little top knot up there. Slapping onto him. Help me. She's like, just stop it. Boom, and she just shoots out of the memory like that. So that's all we're going to see of Kuma then. Don't send me back to that horrible place. I wonder what exactly was going on there. If you escape, they're going to kill every last one of us. Okay. Page 14. Bonnie comes flying out of the memories. Okay. Ooh, I really like how that's paired, where she's flying out of the memory, landing on the ground and huffing just like Luffy. Meanwhile, Kuma is climbing his way back up the wall. I repeat, Kuma is climbing that, and you see him go, shoot him down. This isn't something I can bear unless I'm truly ready for it. But I know that I can't move on unless I know the truth, Dad. So please. Man, I love what they're doing with this flashback. I really, really, really do. Us discovering it while Bonnie's discovering it. And obviously that ties back to Kuma. So I'm wondering if this whole thing that... I'll save it for the review. I'm going to save it for the review. I'll save it for the review portion. I want to get through the rest of the chapter first. But keep that in mind in case I forget to talk about it. There's something I want to talk about regarding this scene. Really, really good stuff. Okay. You know, it's ironic that they made such a mess of this place, considering the Seraphim were originally created here. Stella? Stella, where are you? And then an explosion goes off. Okay. That's it? That's all we're getting? So something obviously just went down. An explosion just happened. Pythagoras, was he caught up in it? We're going to see. All right, now here. Okay, here we go. This is what I heard about. This is what I'm ready for. Here we go. What are you going to bring us? Bum, bum, bum. Big news. Our Savior has arrived. Our intuition's never been so strong. Big news. Your career has been revived. What do you got for us, Big News Morgans? Let's see. Look at that. An incredible scoop. The world government news. An incredible scoop has just landed in my feathered lap. Okay. Clicking down to the Denden Mushi. Let's see. Morgans, what you got? What you got for us? The world government is currently undertaking an assassination of the great Dr. Vegapunk. They're going to kill the world's greatest mind? It's like the O'Hara incident all over again. But the government picked the wrong fight this time. Vegapunk is a beloved figure. The man whose energy development brought light to every town in the world. And with him just happens to be this guy. And you got the new Gear 5 bounty poster. So here's our front page. Straw Hat Luffy, Emperor of the Sea, wages all-out war with the Navy at Egghead, holding Vegapunk hostage. The government should be very grateful, and I'll need you to collect their gratitude in liquid cash. And they're all like, you got it, boss. Yes, sir. We're the newsies. We're off to Santa Fe. Come on. What a preposterous excuse for a story. Hey! Hey! Oh! 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 Okay. Oh, there's two characters. Wait a minute. My brain saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. Same chapter. Same chapter. Okay. I love her outfit. And she's going, Luffy would never do something like that. This is why I hate the World Economic Journal. Princess of Alabasta, Nefertari Vivi. Yo, look at her in this cute little outfit. She's got a new dress. I know Reagan's going to immediately cosplay this, I'm sure. You got the dress, you got the little shoes, you got the little frills. Very, very cute. I love this. Why are they together? The government should be grateful. I'll need you to collect their gratitude in liquid cash. Straw Hat Luffy, Emperor of the Sea, wages all-out war with the Navy at Egghead, holding Vegapunk hostage. Luffy would never do something like that. This is why I hate the World Economic Journal. Wow. You even got somebody in the background like, those are my clothes. I'm never going to wash them again. So she took the outfit of one of them. And why is Wapol here with Vivi and Big News Morgans? I'm so confused. Wapol? King of the evil Black Drum Kingdom, Wapol. And he's saying, keep your voice down. What if there's a wiretapping transponder snail and the government learns that we're here? Their goons are gonna whack us next. And don't talk back to Morgie. He's the one hiding us in the first place. Morgie? Wapol and Morgans are like that? He's calling him Morgie. And meanwhile, my guy, number one, Mr. Big News, going, ha! You were bawling your eyes out yesterday, little girl. Don't try to tell me how to do my job. This is the newsroom of the world, and I'm the mover and shaker. It's not about fact or fiction. It's about what sells. News is the biggest entertainment of all, baby. To be continued. One Piece manga chapter 1074, and big news Morgans is gonna go with the clickbait that Straw Hat Luffy, Emperor of the Sea, is waging all-out war with the Navy at Egghead Island, holding Vegapunk hostage. And it looks like, based on the page, it says new chapter in 7 days. That means no break. That means we're back with another chapter on Sunday. That means the Emu art contest. You guys who still want to compete in the Emu art contest, you've got an extra week to do your submissions now, because we're not going on a break week, so you're good to go. You guys could still submit. Wow. Seeing the two of them together, but why would he take them in? I'm just so confused. That grouping, review time, that pairing of Morgans, Vivi, and Wapol together is something I never would have expected reading this series. I love Vivi. Vivi is literally Reagan's favorite character. Morgans is my favorite character, next to Law, obviously. Wapol, of all of them, I have no idea why he's there. Like, is this going to be a redemption arc for Wapol? Are we going to see him maybe come around after everything that happened? If he's chilling with Morgans and Vivi, I feel like maybe it is. I mean, Morgans, overall, he's a good guy, right? He wants to get the clicks. He's going to write a headline that's going to make people talking, but that's it. Like, otherwise, Morgans is fine. You know, when push comes to shove, he's going to do whatever makes a good story. And obviously, eventually, new headline, world government toppled by one of the emperors of the sea, Straw Hat Luffy. Like, that's going to make for a great headline one day. So Morgans is on the side of Luffy, regardless. He's going to do what sells papers, and Luffy sells papers. So I get it, I understand. Vivi, obviously, is on our side, too. So I feel like at some point, Wapol, I don't know, maybe he's going to turn over a new leaf. Where's Wapol's wife? Did his wife and his dog, doesn't he have a dog too? His wife and his dog are gone. Vivi's by himself. Maybe Wapol witnessed Cobra's death, and that's why he's there? I'm not sure. How long was Vivi with Morgans too? Because when Morgans was writing the story about the death of Cobra, was he just there the whole time? Did Vivi run to him and say, this is what actually happened, and then he twisted the story around? And that's why we got what we got? Was she the one who filled us in? If I was a betting man, I really would have betted that Vivi would have been, like, warped somewhere by Kuma. I really thought that wherever Sabo went, Vivi went, or she was sent to Elbaf. Like, that Kuma would have sent her to Elbaf. I never would have expected that she's just chilling with Big News Morgans. And I'm so curious as to, like, what that's going to mean for the story moving forward. Vivi and Wapol. What? Now, moving on from that, because that's obviously extremely hype. Also, I'm seeing somebody in the chat saying lots of people thought that about Vivi too, so you're definitely not alone, right? Before I forget, I really want to go back one page. I want to go back to page 14 and page 15 of this chapter. This portion where Bonnie is seeing the memories of Kuma. Now, with him saying, don't send me back to that horrible place, and the people in the flashback telling Kuma, look, you can get back there right now, but if you escape, they'll kill every last one of us. Like, I'm curious where he was being held captive, because to me, it looks like he's in Marijoa. This little bit right here, where you're on page 13, and it's the final panel of the page, and you're seeing the ouch, I'm sorry, and I'm assuming he's going back at that point. Now, that could be Sorbet Kingdom, but part of me is thinking, due to the guy that's in shadow, and the way that his hair looks, kind of looking like a celestial dragon almost, I feel like maybe he was being held captive in Marijoa, with them saying, get back there right now. If you escape, they'll kill every last one of us. So maybe he thinks in the recesses of his mind, by going back to Marijoa and climbing up the red line again, that somehow they're going to spare his child. They're going to spare Bonnie. Because again, remember, that was where he was being held captive during the time skip as well. He was acting as a slave for the celestial dragon. I'm not really sure. Now, there's another option that could maybe be God Valley, because this is a flashback. So I could maybe see this being God Valley, or it could be something simple. It could be I'm reading way too much into this, and this could just be his flashback and his story in the Sorbet Kingdom, and Bonnie maybe knowing the history of their kingdom and knowing a little bit about her family is starting to feel something upon seeing this. Obviously, she's seeing her dad as a kid be tortured and beaten. So it's not easy for her to take in. And she's screaming, stop it. And there's nothing she can do, right? Because it's just a memory. So as far as she tries to run and tries to get into the memory, she can't get any closer than just this. She could run on forever and just see this. I've mentioned this on other reviews and other reactions before. I really think what they are doing with Bonnie experiencing Kuma's memories is so smart. Having her discover this at the same time that we're discovering this stuff, you know, not going just full on flashback mode, but actually physically having her discover it in real time, I think is really cool and something we haven't really seen much in the story. A lot of the time, someone will say something and it triggers a full-on flashback, right? Or, I mean, even, I'm thinking of this too, like with Wapol, right? Where Luffy's about to go in with the final punch with Wapol, and that's, boom, what sends us into the flashback in Drum Island. Or, you know, this happens constantly, right? Something will happen and it triggers us going into the flashback. Happened in Dressrosa with Law, Doflamingo, same thing. But this is cool. It's happening in real time. And again, I think it was really smart of him to have the outline of the manga panels turn gray instead of black to really represent that, like, it's not fully in the past. It's sort of a mix of the present and the past. Very, very cool. I like this a lot. Yeah, so that whole thing with Bonnie and Kuma, I'm a huge fan of. I'm excited to see where that's going to go in the future. And I really am excited to know more about Kuma's past and where exactly he was, and if that is related to God Valley, or if it is Mari Joa, or, you know, potentially what that means for the Sorbet Kingdom, if maybe he, to protect his kingdom, agreed to be a prisoner of the world government or something. I don't know. But then why would they eventually allow him to run rampant as a warlord during the pre-time skip era? I don't know. And then whatever's going on here with Pythagoras too, where he said, Stella, where are you? Turns around and the thing explodes. So obviously somebody's coming after him too. So maybe we have another person here. Maybe Kizaru's already on the island. That'd be kind of wild, but again, he moves like the speed of light, and that looks like an explosion, so I don't know. That would be crazy if Kizaru was already there. I don't know. I'm also not really worried for Pythagoras, because as you can see, though, in this chapter, Atlas is totally fine. They had replacement parts for all of them. They're rebuilding them. It's okay. And actually, to me, the punks, the different versions of the punks being rebuilt, doesn't bother me at all. It's not the kind of thing where I'm like, I can't believe she's totally fine. Because again, they're robots. They could build as many new versions of the punks as they like. This to me is at least believable. Sometimes when a character gets hit with like some devastating attack and they're destroyed, I'm like, how are they going to come back from this and then they end up coming back? It bothers me. You guys know this. I'm not a fan of the fake out deaths. But this thing with Atlas and their explanation for it, of there being replacement parts, again, totally fine for me. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. I also think it's really funny the way the groups are split up. That you're going to have Nami and Brook in one group, Sanji and Stussy in another group, and then Zoro and Luffy chilling here, watching over the bodies of Lucci and Kaku, which I'm sure at some point in the near future are going to wake up. Because I think there's no reason that he would have set them up in the same room. You don't keep Luffy and Zoro together separate from the rest of the crew unless you're planning on doing something. So Oda's cooking. He's definitely cooking. I'm just curious as to what exactly he has in mind. Because obviously, Lucci and Kaku, they're going to be very, very mad when they find out that Stussy is on their side. And Luffy, they're making a point multiple times in this chapter to saying Luffy was running around at max effort and he's exhausted. He can barely even talk right now. So that says to me, if they want to nerf Luffy going into another match with Lucci, maybe this is their way of doing it. Lucci, he's sleeping like a piranha plant in Mario 64 right now. He's regaining his energy. Unless Stussy did something to suck out his energy in addition to putting him to sleep. I don't know. But if he's just asleep right now and Luffy is super, super worn out, I guess they still have Zoro there. I feel like Zoro could probably beat Lucci at this point, if I'm being honest. And Kaku. I think Zoro could actually handle a Lucci that already fought Gear 5 Luffy and was wiped out by Stussy, and a Kaku that was beaten by Stussy. So what am I even worried about? I'm sure they're going to be fine. ZKK coming back. Only, instead of Zoro killing Kaido, it's Zoro killing Kaku. That's the thing. No, but I think this is fun. I think it's fun setup for whatever this is going to be. Cool little explanation of the cam snails as well. Great way to sort of have the characters not be able to communicate with one another. Maybe build up a mystery of like who this person is that's creating explosions around the island. It allows us to not be aware of any surprise parties or any surprise entries into Egghead Island, meaning Kizaru or maybe some of the Marines that are with them. Very cool. I like that a lot. And I really do like that spread on page 8. Where you see all the characters together and you see the new outfits for Stussy and for Zoro. I really love the two of them. Stussy's, I think, upon looking at it again, really just looks like she has Lilith's overcoat and then Nami's outfit underneath. That's kind of what it looks like. I feel like Robin is almost a little more covered. She's got like the rest of the jacket and stuff. Stussy's just wearing it out. But like I said, maybe she wants that little area open so then if she needs to spread her wings, she can. But I really, really, really do like the Zoro outfit a lot. Like the Zoro outfit is something I would actually wear. I like the puffy jacket over the side with the little straps all over it. I like the black suit with the black boots. He's got the Timbs there, and he's got his three swords as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm digging it. I'm digging the Zoro outfit. And then Brooks, of course, very, very goofy because he's got the big helmet over his afro. But I like it. Very cool. And then, of course, the other stuff we saw in this chapter, Sentomaru. Introducing these PX3s, MK3s. So, again, thinking about what we have on our side right now, I think it's honestly a pretty even fight. Even with Kizaru on the way, and all the Marines on the way, I feel like 50 of the best, highest level, highest grade Pacifistas, MK3, that are all on our side, with the Straw Hats on our side, with potentially Bonnie on our side, even though she's dealing with the memories of Kuma, with Stussy on our side, with all these other characters, I feel like we're good. I don't really see anybody being an issue for us unless the characters are split up. In which case, then maybe it could be a problem. But maybe that's why Oda's doing what he's doing. Maybe the reason why he's splitting up these characters now and having Sanji go his own separate way and Nami go his own separate way is so there can actually be a threat. Because I think realistically, if all the Straw Hats, all the different punks, Bonnie and 50 Pacifistas that are all the highest grade Pacifistas that are wiping the floor with members of the world government that are coming here, are versus Kizaru, Lucci, and Kaku, and a couple other members of Cypherpole and the government hounds that are there, like, I feel like they're winning. I don't even really think it's close. I really think like they're wiping the floor with them. And I mean that, including Kizaru. I feel like Gear 5 Luffy and Zoro and the punks and 50 Pacifistas of the highest grade are probably beating Kizaru. And I guess the other thing too is that, you know, if depending on if Jinbei is with Brook and Nami or not, maybe they'll have like a really good fighter. I mean, Brook can hold his own. We've seen Brook hold his own during Whole Cake Island, right? He was the MVP of Whole Cake Island. So maybe if Nami needs somebody to team up with her. Honestly, I also think we're kind of underestimating Nami. Because Nami has Zeus now. I feel like Nami can handle herself. Nami and Brook, even without Jinbei, I think are going to be okay against whoever ends up being here. And I feel like maybe one of those other characters that is in the background that maybe triggered that explosion with Pythagoras could be other members of Cypherpole that we haven't seen. Like maybe we end up seeing two other characters of Cypherpole that we've seen in other iterations of One Piece so far in recent years, but we haven't seen in the canon manga. And of course that's Khalifa and Bluno. Like I could see maybe a rematch against Khalifa, and I think that could be really cool to see maybe a CP0 Khalifa versus Brook and Nami and Jinbei? Or maybe like Khalifa and Bluno versus Jinbei, Brook, and Nami? That could be kind of cool. Or in Sanji's group with Stussy, maybe Khalifa shows up. She goes, "How dare you betray us, Stussy?" And we get Stussy versus Khalifa, and Sanji just gets to sit back and watch and gawk. That could be kind of cool too. I guess the only real thing that we're thinking about right now that could be a player in all of this that I haven't brought up. But the only reason I haven't brought him up is because I still don't really necessarily know if he is a fighter or to what extent he's going to get involved in Egghead Island is, of course, Saturn. Mr. Jay Garcia. Like, the end of the last chapter showed us that there is now a member of the Gorosei on the way to Egghead Island. Now, again, we don't know their full strength in terms of, like, who they'd be able to go up against or if they actually are fighters at all. And I feel like Jay Garcia, if he is a fighter, could be maybe the only other thing on the level of Kizaru that could be a major threat to us. Because again, we don't know if he has a power and we don't know to what extent he's able to fight. Because these old men might just be there protected by, you know, the world government and the members of the Navy or whatever, and they actually can't fight, but he needs to be there to witness it for himself. But I also feel like they wouldn't hype up this old guy, especially considering how Oda writes old characters. He always makes old guys badasses, right? We've seen this with Whitebeard. We've seen this with Rayleigh. So I feel like maybe Saturn's going to be able to do some damage. And then maybe that's what's going to get set up. I mean, I would love to see Luffy and Zoro maybe fighting Gorosei. Would be sick. And then I guess I see people bringing it up in the chat as well. I do feel like maybe Caribou gets involved in some way with this whole thing too, because he is still on the boat. I don't see him obviously being like a fighter, but I could see them maybe getting to the Thousand Sunny, them leaving him on the Sunny in that barrel, him weaseling his way out of the barrel with the swamp powers and then selling them out and then leaving with the world government. I don't know. There's a lot of really cool things that are being set up here. I just really like this. The only other thing that maybe I'm thinking is in terms of that hierarchy with the Pacifistas, right? Who can command the Pacifistas? Maybe there's something built in which the Gorosei have ultimate hierarchy over the Pacifistas. Because then if that's the case, and we have 50 PX3s running around, and the Gorosei, you can click a little button, and Saturn all of a sudden can just go boop and take over all of them, it could be a problem. Like, that could maybe be a problem if they end up doing that. But I also feel like Vegapunk is smart and would have put something in there to counteract that, allowing the Gorosei to take them over. Because again, I still feel like there is an Order 66 type deal here going on, where there's something in the coding of the Pacifistas that somehow unlocks via Kuma's memories or something. So I don't know. This could go any number of ways. I could see this going where the Pacifistas get taken over by Saturn and Kizaru, and that ends up being a whole thing. I could see it being Lucci and Kaku wake back up, and we get Luffy versus Zoro again. I mean, Luffy and Zoro versus Lucci and Kaku. Excuse me, I misspoke. You know, Nami and Brook may be fighting a rogue member of Cypher Pole that's there trying to kill Pythagoras. It's cool. Very cool setup chapter. Really enjoyed this one. Also nice to see Sentomaru's okay for the most part. Loved what they did with Bonnie's flashback. And I think ultimately, I mean, you guys know what got me the most hype. I think it was obvious. Plain as day. Vivi and Morgans together. Very, very cool. I had heard that Morgans was in this chapter prior to going into it, like I said. So I was just like waiting for the moment. Certainly didn't think it was going to be Vivi and Wapol, who were the ones pairing with him. But it's really cool to see it. And I'm excited to see what this is going to mean for the story. And I'm excited to see what this is going to mean for Vivi. She's got her new outfit on. She's dressed up like a member of the World Economic Journal. I don't know. What does this mean? Does this mean that Vivi's going to become a newswoman? That she's somehow going to break the news? She's going to write an editorial in the newspaper and write the truth of what's going on in the world? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But Vivi and Morgans together, I love it. And what this says to me right now is I've got my cosplay for Anime Expo. Guaranteed. Guaranteed my cosplay for Anime Expo is Morgan's, and we're going to do a couple's cosplay, and Vivi is going to be Reagan. Reagan's going to do this Vivi. I'm going to do Morgan's. We're going to walk around Anime Expo. It's going to be a good time. We're going to do it. Even if we're not walking around the show floor, it's going to have to happen. We're going to do this. I have to go all out, though. I already have the Morgan's outfit. I just need to get a beak. I need to get the hat. But we're going to do it. Put feathers all over my body. It's going to be great. And then we got to get someone to do Wapol, too. I got to figure out someone to do... It would be funny. We could put Obi in a little Wapol outfit. That'd be kind of cute. And actually, you know what? Obi's already kind of anxious and running around all over the place. That'd be kind of funny to match him up as Wapol. I think that'd be super cute. Oh, speaking of... Wait. Speaking of, I got to mention something to you guys. If you'll notice, the Obi plushies that I've been hyping up and talking about for months that you guys have been asking for are now finally live. I cannot believe I almost did not mention this. So, real quick, I want to suggest this to all of you right now. In lieu of donations for the next month, instead of throwing money at me willy-nilly and doing all this kind of stuff, get something for yourself instead. Because it still supports me when you get a plushie, but this way you get something cute. And let me tell you, these Obi plushies turned out so cute. Look at this. Look at this. You've got the little RogersBase logo on his bandana. It's got his exact fur pattern over there. Look how cute. I see a lot of people in the chat are saying they actually already ordered one. Aaron already has one ordered. Super, super, super cute. So yeah, get something for yourself. Don't donate to me this month. Save your money. If you were planning on donating or asking a question or whatever, don't worry. I'm looking at the members thing. Save your money. Get yourself something nice. Get a plushie. Because obviously, again, it's not every day that I'm able to put merch together for you guys, but people ask for the Obi plush, and honestly, it's been selling great already. The fact that we already sold like 60-something of these, and it's been like a day, is pretty wild. Because I launched these after the Nintendo Direct. I didn't even launch these. Yeah, we sold 62 of these already. And we've got a whole month that it's on sale, and we already sold 62 in the first day. Wild. So this thing's already doing better than the RogersBase plushie. And the RogersBase plushie, we ended up selling like 300 something. So really, really great stuff. Happy to see this. Really cool that we got the Obi plush. Okay, moving on. You know what we got to do. We have to do this. Also, I'm seeing Past the Blunt 21 saying that Bluno might be the mystery person. I definitely could see that happening. I think Bluno or Khalifa are probably the mystery people. One of the two of them. All right, hold on. Now, meanwhile, I got to open this up. Let me move this over here. I see James in the chat ready. We have to see the thumbnail for this week, and I want to see James's author's comments. He's been doing this recently, and it's been a lot of fun. So let's see what James made. I'm sure he did Morgan's and Vivi. If he didn't, I would be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked. Oh, bro. Wow. 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 Wait until you guys see this. This might be like top 5 thumbnails of all time. Wow. James. James, look at this. He made Vivi so unbelievably cute. She's got the little, and then you got Morgan's in the background. Oh, I love what he did with the colorization too, where it's got that orange little glow in the background with Morgan's and Wapol yelling from either side. Vivi right there in the middle. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous, James. Wow! She looks like a Disney princess, man. Unbelievable. I love this. Now, meanwhile, James left artist comments. I want to read these out really quick. Hold on. So let me see this. Where's the text? Let's see. Time. File. All right, see, this is a text document, so I can't necessarily see it like this. I have to open it up separately. I'll write it over here and see. I should have just opened it on my Google Drive. I don't know why I didn't open it in the Google Drive. If I would have been able to read it there. The text wraps around when it's a notepad. Here we go. So this is what James said. James says, I really wanted to draw Stussy in the Egghead Island outfit, but Vivi was just such a much bigger reveal. And Wapol, and I know you love Big News Morgans. Of course I do, James. I mean, me too, to be fair. There's a lot of good stuff in this chapter. If someone who was behind on One Piece for the past few years looked at the past 10 thumbnails, I'm sure they would be like, what the heck is going on? Lucci Vivi, Wapol, Stussy, an Einstein-looking dude, the Gorosei, and Kuma, etc. It's absolutely wild. All the best, James. James, please keep these artist comments coming. I really, 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 really love this. I love getting your insight. I love finding out why you drew what you drew. I also like hearing that your alternate art would have been Stussy in the egghead outfit. That makes a lot of sense. I think, honestly, and I'm not just saying this because I could eventually use it for a future thumbnail, I honestly feel like you made that separate art of Nami in her Egghead Island outfit before that I then used for a thumbnail, and you ended up like selling stickers and stuff. I feel like Stussy in the Egghead Island outfit would sell a bunch of stickers. I really do. I feel like if you end up doing that separately, not just for a thumbnail, but like on your own, and you put that on your store, people are going to buy that up. Guaranteed people are going to buy that up. No doubt about it. People love Stussy. And I feel like your drawings of some of the One Piece girls are just so perfect. You managed to get like that good, like cartoony look while at the same time making them look beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. So anyway, everybody, follow James if you're not already. My wonderful, fantastic thumbnail artist. You can follow him, Kentaro PJJ, on Twitter and on Instagram. He always posts little like videos about how he drew certain thumbnails and gives his insight and other things and draws a whole bunch of other stuff. He recently drew some Street Fighter characters that looked really good. He did some sketches of Chloe from Fire Emblem Engage. So the beautiful thing obviously, is that James and I, we like the same stuff. So this was a match made in heaven. He makes the gorgeous thumbnails. I get to use the thumbnails. He then sells merch. It's a win-win situation. James said, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw Morgans in Stussy's Egghead Island outfit. Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't draw Morgans in Stussy's little bikini. I think I'm gonna pass on that one, I think. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh man, oh man, oh man. James also said, by the way, next week or the week after is my 1 year anniversary of being the thumbnail artist. Look at that, 1 year of Kentaro PJJ. You love to see it. Congratulations, James. You've been doing a fantastic job. You're the best. You're the best. I don't know what to tell you. You're great. Best in the business. Love to have you on the squad, man. Thank you very, very much. All right. Now, let me open this up real quick before I go back to the screen, just to make sure there's nothing else on this side. I want to have this on the screen because I think the thumbnail looks really good. But I want to open this up really quickly, and I want to read some of these super chats, and I want to see some theories, because I have a feeling you guys are probably cooking with some of these theories. Also, somebody mentioned Good Son in the chat, said, off topic, but when are you going to reveal more from the One Piece live action, Roger? Images, info, news, please. I'll tell you right now, I will reveal more the second I am allowed by Netflix. But until Netflix says that I can't show anything else. But the second they give me the go-ahead, I'll be able to reveal more. We've got lots of images, lots of behind-the-scenes stuff. We've got images of costumes. We've got the sets, everything. But again, I can't show anything until Netflix gives me the go-ahead. But as soon as they do, rest assured, there will be videos, there will be shorts, there will be a lot of stuff. Again, if you are somebody who is very interested in the One Piece live action and wants to see behind the scenes, see some of the sets, see some of the costumes, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because there is going to be stuff coming, hopefully in the near future. I'm assuming, here, I could tell you this. I will probably be able to show more stuff from the live action set whenever we end up seeing a trailer for the show. That's my guess. I don't know, and I have no inside info on like when a trailer is going to be shown or anything like that. But my guess is I'll be allowed to show more behind the scenes stuff when they eventually do show a trailer. Because the reason I was allowed to show those Baratier images already of me and Reagan on the Baratier with Matt, the reason I was able to show those is because they've already shown the Baratier and the area that I'm in other official artwork and other official teasers for the live action. And so because they showed that already, I was allowed to show it. But if they haven't already showed something, I'm not allowed to go in depth and show behind the scenes stuff yet. So like if we end up, I'm not going to give any examples, obviously, but like if they end up showing a certain character in the trailer or showing a certain locale, and I have an idea of maybe what they might do, I'll be able to then show images from that location and say, by the way, you know, here's blank. This is what it looks like. This is what it relates to the show. I'll be able to talk about it once it's in the trailer, if that makes sense. So, yeah. All right. James says, give Emily Rudd my number. I'll be right on it. I'll text Emily right now and say my thumbnail artist has a crush on you. We'll see what she says. So goofy. I actually don't know if Emily and Matt are back in LA right now. I know Matt was out of town for a while. I think Matt might be back. I don't know about Emily. I should call them, actually. I should figure something out and we should do some videos together. It's obviously just been such a busy month, and obviously the stuff with the hack and everything completely wrecked my channel, but little by little we're coming back. So, okay, let me open this up. Boom. I actually have a really funny idea for a video that I want to do with Matt too. And with Emily, actually, with both of them. All right, and James said I actually followed her for 2 years when she was even rumored for the show before the show was even announced. There you go. All right. Now let me open this up really quick, see some more of these super chats. I want to see what you guys are talking about. Because there again are a lot of questions and a lot of things that people want me to bring up, so I'm going to bring these up in order. First off, we have Vanitas Manga Reviews saying the small glimpse of Kuma's flashback told us more than Kaido's flashback did in entirety. Ooh, Vanitas, you're not wrong. But I mean, look, again, he couldn't show a lot of stuff in the Kaido flashback because it is somehow tied with the God Valley incident. It's somehow tied with the Rocks Pirates. I get it. I'm sure that's why they didn't show us stuff. Shout out, by the way, to Jay Garcia in the chat saying, I can't wait for my fight with Luffy. Shout out to you. Sleepy Times super chatted and said, calling it now, one of the VPs are going to betray everyone and lock their boots. But since Luffy's boots are broken, he'll be able to beat that VP. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I'm assuming you think Lilith is going to be the one that's going to betray everyone because she obviously is the evil one, right? So maybe Lilith is going to be the Vegapunk that betrays people and locks their boots, and Luffy will be able to punch Lilith in the face. Maybe. That's a cool idea. Certainly don't hate it. Mike Moore said, I saw the 757 cover story. That is absolutely wild. Look at the building behind Jinbei in the cover story for chapter 757. Okay. Sure thing. One Piece 757. Chapter 757. Let's see this. Open this baby up over here. This is level 3 of the plateau. One Piece 757. What arc is this? I'm assuming this is Dressrosa. Royal Palace Plateau? Yeah, okay. Dressrosa 757. Okay, let me see this. Oh, I have my Dressrosa box set over here. Wait a minute. My volumes are separate. I gotta get these out. I don't have the omnibus for these. I have the actual Dressrosa set. Let's open these up. All right, let me see. 757. Take this down. Dressrosa. I think it'd be around here, right? Let's see. I was close. Wow, 764. I was super close. All right. Here we go. 757. 76 Royal Plateau. This should be the one. Yep, this is the one. Okay. So if you turn to volume 76 of One Piece, 757. Okay. Let me see. And this is in the cover story of 757? 756. Okay. Cover story of 757. So this is Diamante, trump card, I see. Okay, solitary journey of Jinbei, first son. The officer's house is miraculously found. The mystery of the crying kitten deepens. Okay. How did we miss this? Let me show you guys something real quick. let me just show you and let me tell you what I think of this. So this is what we're talking about. See the paw print right there? How it looks like, oh, there's this little room underwater and it's got a paw print on it. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I'm going to be real with you. I think this is cute. I think the idea that maybe there was some type of Kuma connection to Jinbei's journey, fine. But I'm going to ask you to read what's actually on the page. And what's actually on the page is there, right here, is a dog. There's a little dog, there's a little kitten, and there's a paw print for the dog fish and the kitten fish, and it looks like their house is turned on the ground. That's it. It's literally just that their little dog house or cat house fell over. That's really all it is. Now again, I'm not gonna write off and say definitely doesn't mean anything for Kuma, but to me this means nothing. Upon initially seeing it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. But then you see the dog and you see the cat and you remember what the cover story's about. No. This is literally, it's just their house fell over. So, cool idea, but I'm going to have to push back on that and say it's probably meaningless. But I'm glad I brought it up. Okay. Moving on, let's go back over here, back to the right monitor. This one comes from, hold on, let's see. Etosis. Etosis super chatted and said, Wapol back in the story right as Garp goes to Full Lead Island. 10 points for the theory that Blackbeard is multiple people fused with Wapol's power. Is that a theory? Really? People think Blackbeard and Wapol have that connection, that they were fused together using Wapol's power? I have never heard that before, but okay. I won't write that off either. Who knows? At this point in the story, anything can happen. So I won't write it off completely. People are also saying read chapter 823. 823 isn't meaningless, I promise you. 823. Is that whole cake, maybe? 823? I think so. Or like leading into Zoe. Open these up. Let's see. 823. One more before this. Okay. So what am I looking at on 823? Let's see. So now we are on volume 82. Wild, considering this is when Vivi came back as well. Volume 82, 823, you said. All right. 823, the world is restless. Okay, and what exactly am I looking for in 823 that relates to today's chapter? 823. The world is restless. All right, we've got Heracles on the cover story. Look at page 3. Okay. Okay, so Vivi. Please get down from there, Princess Vivi. What a lovely sea breeze. Really? Well, here's where the story's going to go moving forward. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Page 3 of 820. See, now this actually seems like something he planned. He probably knew at this point in the story that Vivi and Morgans were going to be something after the Reverie. That Morgans was going to beat her out. During the reintroduction of Vivi on page 3, her attendant says, "What if a great monstrous bird should appear and snatch you away?" And then, moving forward from here, he brings up two other things that I think are of note that we should maybe look into after what he said about the bird. He mentions, what if a sniper has his wicked sights trained upon you? Now, we just recently were reintroduced to Von Augur from Blackbeard's crew in the cover story about like 10, 15 chapters ago with the fight with Law, and we saw that he has the warp fruit and he's a sniper. I could see him warping to Vivi and Big News Morgans at some point in the near future. And he then follows that with, what if a meteorite falls upon your head? That's obviously setting up Fujitora too. If the Morgan's foreshadowing is to be believed, then maybe this does outline the trajectory of her story, and Oda knew she's going to go with Morgan's after the Reverie. Von Augur is going to try to kidnap them. Fujitora is going to stop them by dropping a meteor on Von Augur's head. That might be what this is setting up. That Van Augur warps to where Vivi and Morgans and Wapol are, tries sniping Vivi, and Fujitora stops him. I like it. I love the idea. Again, this is something that actually is believable. I like this theory. I like this foreshadowing. Well done, chat. Really, really, really well done. I love that. Good, 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 good call. All right. Now, moving back to the super chats and the donations and things you guys are bringing up. This one comes from Isla, who super chatted 50 euros. Wow. My favorite bartender right over here saying, my OG, how are you? Long time no talk. Does anyone think that Caribou has been working with Morgans from the start? I mean, knowledge is power, right? You know how B&M always knows what's happening? What if Caribou was snitching for him and ends up kidnapping Vegapunk, just as he tried to do with Shirahoshi? What do you think about this? I think that's a really cool idea, Isla. Thank you once again to the massive donation. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I don't hate the idea that Caribou ends up leaking information to Morgans. It's just, to me, again, Morgans is kind of on like the good guy side, I feel like. And Caribou's slightly skewed towards the bad guy side. But then again, Caribou did give Luffy the food to get us out of Wano country. So I don't know. Caribou's kind of in that gray area. And he obviously saw what was going on with the revolutionaries when he was mistaken for one. But I kind of like the idea that Caribou takes Vegapunk and then maybe feeds the information to Morgans. I like that idea a lot. I think it's a cool idea. Parvision is in the chat right now. What's going on, Parvision? Saying, Drums of Liberation, Threevil's going to reach out to Roger after the stream today? What happened? Oh, Threevil's channel got hit with the Tesla hack? Bro, I told you, you got to be careful. What did I tell you guys? I'm going to tell you right now, invest in a key. Invest in a physical security key. You will feel so much more secure, so much safer. I feel absolutely terrible for Threevil. I really, really do. That's a shame. Believe me, I've been there. I was there with the Tesla hack. It happened to me back in January. Many of you know this. If you didn't know this, you know this now. Go back and watch my 80 videos that I did on the topic of my hack and all the things I had to put back into action. Wild. Hopefully he gets his stuff back. Parvision also in the chat just said, Roger, if you go back and stream, I actually predicted your Vivi reaction as well. Really? Well, what do you think? I like Vivi. Naturally, I was going to be excited to see her again. All right, so what are you guys saying? You said there's also something else on the same chapter on page 4 and 5 with Cobra. Oh, where I don't even have to go back. I know what you guys are referring to. You're talking about like, what if I was to die or something? You need to choose an heir, that whole thing, foreshadowing Cobra's death. That I knew. I mean, the foreshadowing of Cobra's death, like I said, I don't even need to go back and look at that. I mean, that was foreshadowed way back in the beginning of Reverie. We were talking about how Cobra's probably not going to make it out alive. So, yeah. But people are saying to look at chapter 956 now. Okay. 956, page 7 and 8. I'm assuming that is this one. 956. This is Wano. This is 9-1. Okay, I think it'll be in here. 956. Yeah, okay. This is definitely the omnibus. So let me go back here again, show you guys again. Boom. I'm in omnibus 94, 95, 96. It's volume 95. And it's chapter 956. Okay, let's see this. Enma. $9.56. Okay, so this is the disillusion of the Shichibukai, right? Where Morgans is reporting on stuff? Okay. On 956, check page 7 or 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, this is the stuff with Morgan's. Including the incident the government sought to hush up the news of the king's vote and the resulting incidents, right? It shocked the world, right? This is the thing about Sabu's death. Quote unquote death, right? Where the revolutionaries are like, wait a minute, Sabo, ... that can't be true. It's not Sabo, it's Sabo, I'm sorry. I said Sabo's death. My brain was having a fart. This is referencing the story that leaked about Sabo killing Cobra. Where it said Sabo ... But here we go. You're kidding, Sabo. It's the WEJ. The bird is lying through his beak. This is Sabo we're talking about, right? So here we go. He was in Marijoa, my brother, and you've got them reading it in the Goa Kingdom. So what am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? On this this page. Oh, this actually there was a donation from Hollow Avarice that said the exact thing. I just reread chapter 957 and it was post-Reverie. Wapol actually calls Morgan's saying he had game-changing news. So maybe Wapol smugged Vivi out of his mouth. Wait. Where do you see Wapol on this page? What am I missing? Oh, it's the page before. It's the page before. Wait a minute. It's back a little bit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wait a minute. So this is when big news punches out that one member of the government. They said, we're moving office, and someone says, yes, boss, I have a message from King Wapol, Mr. Morgans. It sounds like he got leaked intel. So there you go. And that's what sets everything in motion, which then explains the stuff with Vivi and Sabo killing King Cobra and all that kind of stuff. I am wondering, though, like, if Vivi was there, what would she have said about Sabo to Morgans? Or maybe she was going there to tell him the truth, like Wapol brought him. I don't know. Maybe Wapol brought him Vivi, and then Vivi was going to tell the truth of what actually happened, but they already printed the papers, so he didn't care, and that's why she was frustrated. Because again, these papers are already out by this time in the chapter. The papers are already out there about Sabo and Cobra. But interesting, yes. Okay, so the Wapol thing was set up then. I just really didn't think it was going to be Wapol and Vivi, though. Wow. Interesting. Man, really cool setup with the stuff with Vivi and Wapol. This makes the Reverie stuff all the better now, too. Knowing that Oda had all this stuff planned. You know, planning that Vivi was eventually going to get snatched up by the bird. Planning the stuff with Wapol, having the intel regarding her, bringing it to Morgan's. I love it. I love it. Cool stuff. All right, let me get back into this, because we have a bunch more donations I want to read out. This one comes from Eto Sis, who super chatted and said, with Kuma being a big kid and being beat up like that, plus the Mads cover story, I'm thinking maybe he was part of the original child gigantification experiments. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting idea. I like that a lot. That's a cool idea. That maybe he was like the first experimental kid giant. I like that a lot. Jalen, by the way, just super chatted and said, today is my birthday. I'm going to start my YouTube and Twitch journey today. Congratulations and happy birthday to you, Jalen. I wish you the best of luck with your new Twitch channel and YouTube channel. Best of luck. Parvision in the chat is clarifying something that was brought up a little earlier, saying the scoop, quote unquote, that he brought Morgan's was the scoop that he scooped Vivi up in his mouth. Are you crying at the thought that Wapol probably had to hide Vivi in his mouth? Because I know I am. Super funny. We have Chaos Lurlin super chatting $20. Thank you very much. Saying, I love discovering new One Piece fandoms. Nakama. A couple of days ago, I had the pleasure of finding a channel reviewing One Piece with single-digit subscribers. Shout out to, I'm not going to read that channel because I don't know what that channel's about, and I don't want to shout out channels I'm not familiar with, but very cool. Hopefully the shout out makes their day. Let me take a quick look at their channel, just make sure that they're okay before I give them a shout out for you. Here we go. Always got to double check. While I appreciate the donation, I just have I have a stance where I usually don't like to give shout outs to people that I'm not familiar with. But let me see. Let me see real quick. Let me do a brief look at their channel before I give them the shout out, because you did donate. Just see if everything's okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, they seem nice. They seem nice. I'm not seeing anything out of pocket. Okay. Okay, so this one comes from Chaos Lurlin, saying a couple days ago I had the pleasure of finding a channel reviewing One Piece with single-digit subscribers. Shout out to Jake and Shay Anime Reviews. Hopefully this makes their day. All right, well, here's the thing. They've got 11 subscribers. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's give them some love, all right? They seem nice. They seem nice. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. So I'll do this for you, Chaos. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Jake and Shay Anime Reviews right here. They got 11 subscribers. They're going through One Piece from the very beginning, reviewing and reacting to One Piece arcs. They're going from Romance Dawn to Baratie. Very cool. Let's see if they end up getting a bump from this stream. You can tell them it's all thanks to Chaos Lurlin. There you go. Jake and Shay Anime Reviews. Very, very cool. All right. Now, going back to here real quick. Let me open this up. Bada bing, bada boom. Amirul Tempest super chatted and say, who is in the sus list? I'm thinking it's either Shaka, Lilith, or Caribou. You know, Caribou, I think, is the one we've discussed a lot. I think Lilith would be the most obvious, but I feel like she might be a red herring because she's already quote-unquote evil. I actually really do like the idea that maybe Shaka is the bad one, right? Because Shaka's been the one that's kind of detached from everything. He's just talking about very plainly what's been happening on Egghead Island, what's been going on Egghead Island. And I think it'd be kind of cool if, like, the moral one that ever has a really cool look ends up being the one that, ends up betraying them. I think that'd be kind of interesting. And it does seem like a lot of people in my chat are saying that they think Shaka is the traitor as well. So, yeah. I also think Mimsy in the chat saying Lilith is chill. She's got to be. I like Lilith. I like Lilith too, so. Yeah. And Mimsy saying, please, not another Conjuro, please. That's so funny. Rob said, you know who else could use a bump? Bit Nerd Games, reading One Piece so many chapters at a time, putting up a podcast about it every week. They already had Roger on. Yes. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Derek, of course. Now, Derek is a buddy of mine. Yes. Derek doing his podcast One Piece at a time, going through all the old series. Shout out to Derek as well. Yes, I do love Derek. Here, I'll pull them up as well, too. Here you go. See, that's a friend of mine, so I could at least vouch for him. Hold on. Bit Nerd Games. This is the last shout out for the day, though, all right? But I love Derek. Shout out to Derek. Bada bing, bada boom. He's going through One Piece. He's currently in the Skypiea arc right now, chapter 251 to 255. So if you want some of the earlier arcs, you could check out the channel we shouted out earlier. If you want more Skypiea stuff, that's on Derek's channel. Okay, moving on. Let me see. Audrey super chatted and said, check out page 15 on the bottom right. There seems to be a shadow of a shoe coming out of the doorway. All right, let me see this. Page 15. I'm assuming you're talking about whoever the mystery person could be. I still think it's probably going to end up being Bluno or Khalifa, just because we've already got Cypher Pull there. I think Khalifa would be really interesting. Let's see the shoe. You could barely make out the shadow. You see a little shoe right at the very top where you see the talk, so you know someone's stepping behind him. I don't know. I think maybe that's Khalifa. That sounds like the kind of sound effect that a heel would make, doesn't it? I can maybe see that being Khalifa. But again, I think all the usual suspects, we brought them up ad nauseum on chat today, so I feel like we kind of touched on everything at this point. Hollow Avarice super chatted again and said, it's odd that we see every Vegapunk except Lilith. So I think she really might end up being the traitor. Yeah, there you go. Again, Lilith, very likely. It could be. Could be Lilith. Maybe that's her high heel. Maybe those are her boots. We'll see. Audrey super chatted and said, oh no, I already read that one. That was the shadow of the shoe coming out of the doorway. Little Celery super chatted and said the panel of Luffy and Zoro sitting on the couch with Kaku and Lucci on the ground is the coldest moment of the chapter. The disrespect is absolutely unreal. I really like it though. And I think it sets up a potential for maybe, again, them having a rematch or something. So I liked that a lot. Chaos Lurlin super chatted as well and said, our side is too dependent and surrounded by pacifistas. Saturn can still flip them. Talking about flipping the pacifistas, we brought that up earlier as well. Brian Gill super chatted and said, are you going to be on the Pokemon Cypher 2023? I don't know. You're going to have to wait and see. Talk to Shofu about the stretch goals. I don't know. No idea. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who knows? Audrey super chatted again and said, by the way, just ordered my emotional support Obi plushie. I cannot wait to see your couples cosplay. Audrey, shout out to Audrey. Picking up her Obi plush. You'll love to see it. Happy to see you got your Obi plushie. I really do love him too. He's super, super cute. Shout out. Red Potato super chatted said, RogersBase, did you know Threevil got hacked by Tesla? Can you help? Again, I can't help more than putting him in contact with the people that I know at YouTube. It was a mess when it happened to me. It's a nightmare, but I will absolutely put him in touch. I'm not going to be doing that on the live stream, obviously, today because we're talking One Piece, but I'm aware of it. I've been talking about it with Parvision in the chat today. I will make sure to do something about it after the stream is over. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I'll put him in touch. Though, you know, Threevil wasn't following me on Twitter, so just saying. Just saying. Maybe I'd be a little more inclined. I'm teasing, by the way. It's a joke. I'm teasing. I'm reaching out to him anyway. It's a joke. I'm teasing. Relax. Relax before you guys get your panties in a bunch. All right. Mike Moore super chatted and said, Roger, check out page 9 and 8 with Usopp and Shaka. By the way, the anime episode was really nice this week. You should definitely do a reaction. All right. Here you go. Here we go. Let's see this. 8 and 9. Let's see this. Shaka and Usopp. So you got them looking at the computer screen. So what am I looking at? I'm assuming Usopp is just looking over Shaka on the monitor saying, I don't know. What am I looking at? You guys are saying I should be noticing something with Usopp and Shaka. What am I missing? I don't understand. What am I missing here? Nothing. Usopp just looks sus. I think he's just putting on his glasses and reading the monitor. I don't know what else I'm looking at here. He's looking at the monitors that Shaka's looking at and the different cameras. Usopp is the traitor? Bruh. Come on now. Usopp is not the traitor. Come on. All right, now these theories are just getting silly. All right. We got another donation. This one comes from Hockey D Supreme saying, 1074, page 8. Shaka sent Pythagoras to spot where he got blown up. People are definitely ignoring this fact. He told Pythagoras where to search next, and he gets blown up right after. Well, don't you think that maybe one of the Vegapunks then might have overheard that? Because again, we didn't see Lilith, and Lilith might have known that he said to go search in that area, and then she goes after behind him and then blows him up. I don't know. What's really cool about Usopp is that if Shaka is the traitor, then Usopp is providing oversight. It could be that Usopp discovers who the traitor is and shows off his big brain genius. I would absolutely love that. I would love that too. I think that'd be cool for Usopp to get a W. That'd be a lot of fun. I would like that a lot. All right. Well, I think that covers everything. We've hit every super chat. Shout out, by the way, to all the members who jumped in this stream. Shout out to Gravy714, Shushant. Shout out to Sassy Jin, Starmy Soliloquy, Shade Light Theory, Jason Liu, Chaos Lurlin, Rob Diculus, Reese M. Lucas, Das Poof with the 53 months, the absolute legend, K. Pity, and Sang Joker 55. Thank you very much. We'll appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Nakama. Now, people are saying you really do need to watch the new episode of One Piece. Please. Episode 1051 reaction. Please, if possible, react to it. Look, I got a little bit of time. Let's react to 1051. Let's do it. Okay. Let's react to it. Now, the only problem is I don't have my monitor all set up here. So you're not going to see any images on screen, so you're just going to have the timer. So I'm sorry about that, but I think that is okay. Let me open this up. Yeah, in the meantime, I could just talk with you guys anyway. All right, here we go. Browser source, move this over here. Put this on this monitor. Ooh, I'll go grab my headphones. Also, while I'm at it, bringing some people in real quick. Let me just adjust this, just so people know where we are. I'm going to change the thumbnail to be this. Here we go. Thank you, by the way, to Sotwick for becoming a member as well. Nakama, appreciate that. Oh, that file's too big. Okay. All right, give me a second. Sorry about this, everybody. I wasn't expecting to do an anime reaction today, so you got to give me a quick sec to set all this stuff up. All right, open image. Boom. I got these at the ready. They should be charging. You can see I just woke up today and then immediately did my reaction, which is why I still have my pajama pants on. Okay, 1074. Open this up. Export. Save as. Okay. Desktop. Nope. Hit this. Okay, perfect. Let's do this. Okay. You just need to do your reaction for the YouTube bank. YouTube bank, what do you mean? All right. Got my headphones in. Got this all saved. Here we are. Making sure this is looking good. Close this out, close this out. Open up Crunchyroll. I'll grab my clock, which is over here. Make sure that my audio is off, because that would be a massive problem if I had it on. I would immediately get copyright claimed. All right, connecting. Connecting voice and music. Here we go. All right. Okay, sounds, headphones. Should be good to go. All right, last little bit, and we're all set. Browser source. Window capture, okay. Timer. Where is my timer? It's weird that it's not letting me do that, but okay, here. Sorry, you guys, I need one more thing. My timer's just not showing up on screen. I have to make sure that it shows up. Okay, monitor. Whoa! Hold on a minute. Open this one up. Other display. Here we go. Crop this. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. Perfect. No Resman said you missed my super chat. I read your super chat right now. Here you go. All right, let me open this up, put this over here. Boom, boom, boom. Streamception. Okay. All right, we are good to go. Put the timer in the corner. All set. There's the timer. We're all good. Okay, boom. Roger, you need to read member messages. Okay, what are member messages that I missed? Let's see. Sing the Big News Morgan song again? That's one of them. I already did. You can also listen to it to your heart's content on my YouTube channel. It's uploaded as a video. Also, half of the member messages are, Roger, the new One Piece episode is fire. Will you watch it? So the answer is yes. I'm literally watching it right now. You guys asked me to do it, so that is what we're doing right now. Okay. One Piece. Here we go. And what is the episode? 1051? Okay. Have this right here. Audio. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You missed mine, says Starmy Soliloquy. All right, well, hold on. Let me read yours. Hear me out, Starmy Soliloquy says. This is a member message from him. Hear me out. Saturn and Kizaru are headed to Wano. The gang might be in a pinch. Maybe this is the grand incident that they're going to cause. Grand Fleet incoming. Okay, I like the idea that the Grand Fleet might be here. That's actually really cool, Starmy. I like that idea a lot. I'm surprised no one else has really brought up the idea that the Grand Fleet might be involved in Egghead Island. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. That's really cool. All right. Thanks. Wait, why are you sad? I just read your member message out, Starmy. Okay, I don't know what people are crying in the chat, so we're just going to continue this. 10:51, beginning in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here we go. Perfect sync. Now, obviously, this is just the beginning of the episode, so I'm not really too worried about that. So here we go. No Resman said I did another message earlier. All right, well, I'll read it while the intro's playing. Let's see. No Resman said... See, I will say this. Again, guys, real quick. I've mentioned this before on streams. Again, please do not donate. Please do not donate unless it's $5. Do not donate. Save your money. I mean it. Please do not give me your money because they will not show up on screen for me. So if someone donates and the message doesn't pop up on screen, I'm just going to miss it. The setting is set where at the $5 mark and up is when they pop up so that it's not messages happening all the time on screen. So please, please, please save your money. I appreciate your support. You don't need to give me anything. You being here is enough. Watching the stream is enough. I'm going to read the chat. I read and talk with members all the time. Please save your money. Because again, I do not see messages and I cannot read messages while I'm live that are under $5 because they don't show up in the member chat. So again, please save your money. I appreciate your support. Give me a like instead. Give me a subscribe, give me a like, share the video. But I appreciate it, but really you don't need to give me your money. It's not, again, I appreciate it. But I literally can't see your messages if they're under $5. They won't show up in Streamlabs for me. So please do not send them. If you're like, oh, why didn't my message show up? The only thing is that it'll show up in the credits at the end of certain streams. It'll tell me like, oh, this person donated, but it won't say the amount number. It'll just say anybody. If someone threw like 99 cents or something, it would show up in the credits. But yeah, I do appreciate your support. But if a message was sent with like a $2 donation 40 minutes ago, I can't pull up the message. So thank you again. Chat's just moving really quick and we just got to keep things moving. So appreciate it. But Starmy, hey, it was a great message about the Grand Fleet thing. So you're all good. You brought up a good point. Okay. Here we go. And I hope your day gets better, Starmy. So you're having a rough time. All right, so here we go. So we're getting Momonosuke and Kaido. Momonosuke proclaiming he's going to be the Shogun of Wano Country. Okay. Got more Kaido versus Luffy. A little bit of what we saw last week. Momo biting on the Kaido. Yeah, again, I'm sorry if I can't get to all the things in chat sometimes. I really am trying my best. Okay, what is it, Momo? 10:51, a legend all over again. Luffy's fists roar in the sky. Shout out, by the way, to Mike Man Cool for donating. Saying, Roger, what's up? Happy Sunday, bud. Thanks for streaming today. I know the emu art contest is soon, but when's the caribou art contest? It's probably not going to happen anytime soon because we already know what caribou looks like. But I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Okay, the music's swelling. Got Luffy inspiring Momo. Great shot right there. Ooh, they're going CG with it, with the fire? Okay. I love the transition with the music, too. Really good. Ooh, yeah. When's the last time we've heard this music track? Go stop. Onigashima. Okay. Oh, there's overtaken. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Drums of liberation, baby. I'm going to fight Kaido at any cost. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bottom. Man, they're even animating these fodder to look really cool. Here we go. Bum, bum, bottom. Frankie. Come on and do it, Luffy. Super. Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. I love the shading they're doing with Kid in Law's face as well. Where has he been? They're all screaming, crying out for Luffy. And Momo as well. Yeah, and then again, to anybody who was asking about it earlier, the Emu art contest is going to happen during the next break week. So again, it's not next week. It'll probably be the week after next week. Because next week we're getting a chapter, thankfully, which is great. Ba-dun-da-dun. Just what you'd expect from the future king of pirates. All right. Okay. Zoro and Sanji together. Thank you, by the way, to Yusuf for becoming a member. Nakama. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. The time has finally come. This is just the beginning. Queen and King. I always forget how big King is. It's also funny to see Queen looking like this after we saw him in this chapter today. All right, let's see. Great music track here, too. Very cool. Ooh, transitioning into the Sanji piano track, too. I love this. Zoro and Sanji together. Yo, I love this. Wow, 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 wow. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da. They're overpowering their lead performers. Their techniques have become even sharper. Oh, I love that shot with the wings in the background where you see the shadow of King. Oh, that was really cool. Hyogro knows there's hope. Ooh, I love the guitar track they're using for Kaido, too. Wow, 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 wow. But obviously we're still a while away from Gear 5 at this point. Because that's probably not going to be until, like, what, July? Because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on with Sanji and with Zoro and with King. So I think we're a couple months away, at least. Also, didn't they just make some announcement about the One Piece anime that they're going to be going on break or something? We're about 30 weeks away. Whew! Man, oh man, oh man. It's going to be a great episode when it happens, though. Ooh. Slamming down. Okay. A lot of pauses this episode. Oh, that's why they're saving the animation. Woo! Okay, okay. Steam coming off of him, letting it go. Wow, wow. Man, oh man. Is there any chance that you can beat me? For as long as I live, there are infinite chances. Good line from Luffy. Also, nice bit of foreshadowing there. For as long as I live. Ooh. Awesome hockey clash there. Really gorgeous. Wow, 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 wow. Getting that classic ground splitting effect. Yo. Wow, wow. Gorgeous. See, that's why there were pauses in the beginning of the episode. They were taking their time. Because they're spending all their time and effort this episode on these scenes. Wow, the way the hockey splits the air, clears the clouds. Yamato knows. Ooh, we're going into one of these again. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love how they're doing this. Showing Yamato remembering the Oden and the Whitebeard thing. The heavens cracking open from the journal. Juxtaposing it with Kaido and Luffy. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And going right into the eye catch. Wow. Oh, I loved that effect. Really, 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 really good. They've really used Oden's journal. Hold on, they're giving an eye catch for Yamato? Okay. Interesting. As a manga reader, knowing how this all plays out. The heavens cracked. Arashi down there, the treasure repository. My man Jack, don't say anything. Here we go, Sulong. Nakoma, I forgot that Parasparrow's still around, man. Who's Lucky Meow? Here we go. Nakamamushi and Arashi putting in the work. Parasparrow and Jack. You guys might have been scary in your own arcs, but not now. Here we go, Big Mom. Dude, the Big Mom episode where she fights Law and Kid is going to be so good. I have to do a reaction when that episode comes out. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. There's certain moments that I know, like when the episodes come out, I will definitely do reactions to them. Gear 5 is one. I think the final Sanji Queen one. Help that gutless fool. There's Momo in the back. That's right, we still have to get all the stuff with Momonosuke and Yamato and the clouds and everything. I know what I need to do. Jumping on the back. Don't worry, Momonosuke. I got your back. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na, let's stop Onigashima. A lot of classic One Piece tracks in this episode, too. Breaking out this one, breaking out Overtaken. The track that played during Zoro and Sanji as well. Really good. Give me power. I'm rolling my eyes at that, but all right. That's what inspires him, then fine. Wow. That shot right there, Yamato. Man, oh man, oh man. They knew what they were doing. One final clash right there. You better run. Yamato's holding off Kaido. You gotta go. Goodbye, Momo. The land of Wano is finished, so just give it up, Yamato. Never, father. Screw you. All right. The dawn of the land of Wano will break soon. Doom doom. Another classic One Piece track being used. Breaking out their full catalog today. You want to fight him alone, right? He sure does. 1v1. Luffy versus Kaido. Roger, could you help Threevil? His YouTube channel got hacked. Yes, it's been brought up multiple times in the chat. I will as soon as my stream is over. I will absolutely help him. Yes, I will. Again, I can't do much beyond just point him in the right direction for things, but hopefully he gets it back because I know how stressful it is. Okay. You're a dragon now. You're a giant dragon soaring through the sky. You can do it. I am a dragon. I create clouds. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, dude, literally every single track. I know I keep saying it, but they just keep breaking them out. Yo, I love this! What they're doing with the creation of the clouds. Oh, this is original. I love the outline of the characters with the sparkles. Thinking back to what Kinemon said. Wow! How they're making this entire outline for the scene look like embers against the black. Wow! And then cutting back to color. It was like black and orange and then full color. And then creating the clouds again. Wow! To think they'd make that scene that hype. That animation was like something out of one of the movies. Really, really beautiful stuff there. I'm flying. The name of these clouds. Oh! The flame clouds, dude! That looks so cool! That also does make me wonder, too, obviously, now that we know, like, Momo and Kaido basically have the same devil fruit. I do wonder if at some point, like, way later in the story, since Momo's learned how to do the clouds, if maybe Momo learns how to go hybrid form like Kaido, too. And maybe in like the final war, we see Momo hybrid form fighting. I think that'd be kind of neat. Ooh. Ooh, I love the 2 shots of Inuarashi and Nekomamushi too, and the blood going down their face, taking out Parasparrow and Jack. Ooh. Parasparrow! Drawing him with really harsh lines, trying his best. Swiping away, doesn't matter. Nekomamushi's one-shotting you. It's over now. Ooh, the way they slowed it down as he's above him too. And the tears welling up in his eyes. You're done, Parasparrow. You're done. You're done. Pero Rin all the way out of here. Breaking the candy. Yo! What? There's like multiple moments in this episode that are hype. Jack going in against Inuarashi, even though he's already all beaten up. Canine Cleaver. Wow. Breaking right through. There we go. Jack's like, oh no. It's over, buddy. Sorry for the Mammoth boys. You gotta hold this out, man. Ooh, ooh. Boom, flying all the way back. Finally getting revenge for the Zoark. And I also think it's so cool too, right, that he's beaten with the leg that he cut off. It's literally, had Jack not sliced him up back in the Zoark, he wouldn't have had a sword on his leg, and he probably wouldn't have been able to do as much damage as he just did to him. I wish I could have a drink with you while watching the moon. And there's Carrot. Nekomamushi no danani. Carrot, we miss you. Why couldn't you have joined after all this? Carrot. Barriete, Shishilian. Pedro would be happy. Oh, man. And Wanda. Got the whole squad there. Now be careful, or you're going to transform into a Sulong. I don't know why, but the moon is totally visible now. Yo, they cleared the clouds, that's why. Oh, that's cool too. Walking through the gardens, looking over the corpse of Jack, laid out. This is the rage of all the minks. And you hear that little step back and forth. Oh, Orochi! I can't believe. Jack, I mean, I didn't expect a lead performer to be taken down. You better be scared, Orochi. Your time is up. I still think Orochi's voice is so much more badass than I feel like it should be. He's got this awesome low gravelly voice, and I feel like I'm so used to Tekken's goofy Orochi voice that I fully expected that kind of thing in the anime. Because he's such like a goofy looking little slime ball. Yeah, that is wild. Orochi's still around too. We got a lot of stuff we still got to deal with. Choir playing in the background. We will destroy the flower capital, and the land of Wano will become a pirate empire called New Onigashima. Now, whoa, stop your barking, Stryat, and keep your cool. Those brats are helpless. They can't do anything. And you... To be continued. Wonderful. Great episode. I'm glad we watched it. A lot of really hype moments. I could definitely splice out some of those and make shorts of those. I think the 3 highlights for me were the moment when Momo was making the flame clouds, was the bit with Luffy and Kaido towards the beginning with that really, really good animation. And then that transition too with Yamato and the Oden journal going into Whitebeard, I thought was just absolutely fire. Really, really, really good stuff. Now, I think it's on break next week. So next chapter, I don't think we're going to be doing a live reaction to the anime episode, but that is okay. And then I think after this, I'm trying to think of the next thing that I really want to do a reaction to. I think it's probably going to be Sanji and Queen would be next. I think it'd be Sanji, Queen, and then it would be Luffy's first death, right, before Gear 5. Gear 5 for sure, all the Gear 5. Pretty much every episode after Gear 5 I'll probably want to do a reaction to. Yeah. Oh, Lobster Bisque says there's actually 2 more episodes before we end up going on break again. Oh, interesting. Okay. It really is wild, though. I do feel like when you watch the Wano anime, it's so much better than the manga. Like, I think that maybe is an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the things that they fleshed out in the anime are better. And I think actually seeing this stuff built out with the animation quality that it has, with the music, with all the fights, I feel like, honestly, the anime has made Wano significantly better. Like, I think, like, that's not to discount Wano in the manga, but I feel like when reading Wano in the manga, a lot of these moments didn't stick the same way. Like, I feel like even Momo creating the flame clouds, they turned that into such a hype, amazing, great character moment for him in the anime. And in the manga, that was something we like read and went right by because there were all these other things that were happening in the chapter when it happened. I think massive kudos to the entire team that's been working on the anime for Wano, because this has been the case since the beginning too. I feel like even Zoro versus Kamazo really, really early on during the story arc, I thought was so good in the anime. And obviously it was great in the manga, but seeing it in the anime, the way they laid everything out, I thought was just incredible. So yeah, really just super exciting to see Wano being shown in this light. You know, I did that little tier list video a little while ago where I was ranking the different story arcs, and I put Wano in A tier, and a lot of people were really mad with me saying it should be an S or S plus. What are you talking about? And I feel like, no, there were a lot of downsides to Wano, at least for me, and there were a lot of really, really hype moments, but I feel like the anime, even through the stuff that was kind of a lull, has managed to have really cool moments. Like they made some of the stuff in Udon Prison super duper hype with him training his hockey. They made some really great choices, I think, with the flashback. They made some really great choices with some of this stuff in early Warren Onigashima as well, too. I thought the Ice Oni stuff was even better in the anime, the way it was animated. I thought it was really, really well done. So, yeah. Just really great overall. Highly recommend to people. I feel like if you're going to experience Wano, I mean, maybe you should still read the manga first, but I feel like if you're going to choose one, do you have to watch the anime or you have to read the manga? I would actually probably recommend people watch the anime. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. Mr. D. Artist says, I totally agree. If there's a big moment in the manga, the whole chapter moment definitely benefits from good animation. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and again, A is not bad. I saw so many comments on that TikTok that I did where they were like, how could you say that Wano is trash? I'm like, in what world is A trash? A is very good. A is top tier. It's just S and S plus are like top tier. So that's why I put like, you know, Zoe and Reverie and Marineford and Water 7 Eddie's Lobby. Those are like top tier. But Wano is still very good, you know. I also feel like there's a lot of people who didn't like Wano as much as I liked Wano. So, all right, well, guys, thank you once again. Everybody who came through, everybody who became a member, everybody who tuned into the stream today, greatly appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow with a live stream. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet. It might be our viewer's choice stream. It might be something else. I haven't decided yet. I will literally go message Threevil right now and try to help him in any way that I can. But again, I have no power over getting my channel back. That's completely up to YouTube. And I'm lucky because I have a partner manager, and Threevil probably does not have that. But I could definitely point him in the right direction of the right forms and things like that. So thank you for letting me know. Maybe I'll do some Fire Emblem on Twitch tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Play it by ear. But yeah. All right. And thank you, by the way, to Anime Dimension, donating at the very ending. saying Luffy is hiding that his shoes are broken. So I think that'll be used because everyone else is using the Dom shoes. I agree with you. I think his shoes being broken might lead to him actually putting up a fight. So, all right. Thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time. Talk to you guys later. All right. Good night, everybody.